Hello, everybody. Welcome to the NSFW Cleveland podcast. It's me, Chris Paul.
And me, John Armstrong.
I like how I have some energy when I do the intro, and then I just fall apart. Yeah. This is my stand-up, too. This is my whole problem.
You're like, hey, how you doing?
Hey, everybody, how you doing tonight? All right, well...
I tried. I tried to give a shit, but you guys didn't, so guess what? I don't either.
I do get, when I'm doing stand-up, as soon as it feels like it's not going well, I give up on the crowd. I just go, oh, fuck these people. It's like if the energy's just not there, yeah. I will just let it be miserable for everyone for the whole time I'm up.
I get that, but I kind of get humor out of it. This is one Bill Burr clip, that one where that old one where he's talking about Steve Jobs, and I guess that set, it wasn't on a special. He did it like at some event or whatever, but it got recorded. It ended up being one of his famous bits, so it's online somewhere. But I love how he's like digging into Steve Jobs, and the crowd, I'm guessing is a bunch of rich celebrities and tech people. So it's getting laughs, but it's not like getting a lot of laughs. So he just stops and he's like, I knew it was gonna be like this. And I always think about that line when I'm just go up and it's just a dead audience, and I'll be pausing and then they're not doing anything. But I'll say it in my head. Look, I knew it was gonna be like this. I knew it was gonna be like this. Oh
man. I do that in life a lot.
Oh yeah.
Just in the middle of some half-baked idea and like, what am I doing?
I knew it. I knew you were going to make me put in effort. I do that with sex. She doesn't start squirting in the first 30-something. You know what? I knew it. Fucking. It's not my job.
It's the only thing I try till the end.
It's not my job.
I never quit.
Okay. I'm working on keeping an erection here. All right. I'm 46 and sad and not on a pill. All right. This is analog dick. Sorry. America, there are people who are in the same facilities as the podcast facility, so we have to maintain a decent tone.
You gotta, you can have some tone. You gotta talk into the mic.
Okay. All right. I'm just letting America know that the usual.
You gotta think bigger. It's not just America, buddy. This is the internet. This is the whole world.
Which is America, Chris. Well, technically, if it's the internet, then it's anything but America. This is India and Nigeria.
Yeah, but we can't call it NSFW America Cleveland because there's already Bill's podcast.
Yeah, even Cleveland. It's just owned by a bunch of people in Detroit and California. Oddly enough, capitalism, the gift that keeps on taking. Weird. Chris, we were riffing like on some dating stuff.
We were having a
relationship.
We were discussing things we couldn't probably say on a podcast, but
not without making everyone we've ever been with intimately even more sad. Which that bar's already in hell. So
yeah, I've been the whole time I've been doing stand-up, I've never really done relationship stuff. I just didn't, I don't know. I don't like the relationship material usually that's like, well, women do this and men do that.
Women be shot. Don't they?
Where it's like, I don't know, where it's just like stereotype stuff. Like it just bores me.
They just feel like low-lying fruit.
Yeah.
Like we've done this before.
But I have, and the other part was, I was in a relationship for a very long time while doing comedy, and it just never felt like the right place to vent about it, or like...
You don't even deserve to be in my set, bitch.
Well, certainly not afterwards, but
I do comedy to get away from you.
Well, I mean, there is that element. Is like, I didn't really do comedy about my life. I guess I did, but it was more about like my upbringing and shit like that than my dating life. It was every other part of my life. I just never felt like relationship problems that were ongoing were like, it just felt like, why would I bring my personal drama like that, my ongoing personal drama to the stage? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to turn this into the trailer park.
Yeah, but you got to mine that gold, man. That's where all the nuggets are.
But I have, now that I've been alone for 5 years, and playing the field. Is that what they say?
That is what they say. Yeah.
So they say I've been playing the field, and I have more thoughts that are funny, and I also figure it's more stuff that's about me that I'm learning and shit that I want to talk about. But do you do a lot of
outside of my hacky racial political humor? Yes, I do relationship stuff just because I've been in a relationship for a minute. I've been in a lot of long-term, well, not a lot, I'm not that old, but I've been in long-term relationships mostly, and it does inform how I kind of view the world and women, you know what I mean? But I think, too, I kind of just deal with what's going on in my world, and being in a relationship, it's kind of like having kids. Although I stopped really talking about my kids just because they're getting older and that they're going to be in the world, you know what I mean? And they don't need to hear their dad's jokes. That said, I think I just told America that I care more about my kids than my woman. I can't have them getting embarrassed. I'll talk about her all day, but
I think that's I think any reasonable partner would expect you to care more about your kids.
Yeah. No, but I do talk about relationships even when I'm shitting on just the woman as her being, you know, the bit of the joke. I still try to somewhat have some type of just transparency, bring it back around to me. I try to do that with a lot of stuff just because after a while, I mean, you just come across as you're pointing fingers. And on top of that, I mean, you're starting to see it happen with a lot of comics. Like, you throw that boomerang out, it's go come back when you least expect it, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I think
if you become like guy who talks all this shit and then like, oh, turns out John, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, like then somebody's like, you suck in relationships.
Yeah.
I mean, then that's what I like. You said, so you hit on something there that, because I think most good. I think a lot of good stand up is where you're the butt of the joke in the end. Like, even if you're doing like a story where you're like being arrogant or something, I think you have to have comeuppance in the bit somewhere. Or I think it's like certainly a good tool to have
even when I'm doing like racial humor and talking about, you know, fuck white supremacy and all this other stuff, like it's still at the end of the day, even though I'm yelling at somebody of power, I'm still the one without the leverage in it. So even then, even if you're yelling at somebody, yelling at power, you obviously don't have the leverage and the reality of the joke. So even then, there's a vulnerability to it. You always got to be vulnerable in some way. Not always, but you just have to be aware that you do have to be vulnerable. Because if you're not, then I think that's where a lot of John Armstrong telling you here, even though I don't get paid full time doing comedy, but I do work every week. But that's how a lot of comics kind of lose their way, because once you start thinking you got it figured out and you're just projecting this is this and this is that and blah blah blah, it's easy to lose the plot, man.
Yeah, it's and maybe not everyone knows it, but I think that the only time it really works, for, in my opinion, where a comic is like like super opinionated and forceful about it, is when they're like this kind of character that like is still somehow kind of the butt of the joke in a way. Like,
Oh,
there has
yeah.
to be like some humility for something to be funny.
Don
like-
Rickles was just talking about everybody. It was racial. It was very aggressive. But at the end of the day, I mean, you hold a mirror up to him, he's a schlep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's not like, you know, this young,
You know
handsome,
who-
you know, guy who's talking shit on somebody. It's some schleppy comedian just ragging on people.
Your,
you know
your
what I mean?
look or like
Right,
persona
so
has
all
to
of that-
match. Like Anthony Jeselnik. Like, he'll say some very arrogant shit and jokes,
Yeah.
and that's like kind of his character is smug,
Yeah.
but you can tell it's like that's not the
Well, yeah,
real
he
guy.
plays
Like,
the character enough that it's that you go for the
it's-
ride. Yeah.
yeah.
And he's doing straight set up jokes, you know what I mean? It's not
Right.
he's not taking you on
It's
on s-
obviously a performance. It's not like he's up there doing like personal
yeah.
stuff.
Me and my
that's
wife were at
like-
Disney World, and then this bitch.
Yeah.
It's none of that. Yeah. So that helps too. You know what I mean? At least even if you have that. So yeah, to that point, even if you have that level of aggression and confidence like a Jeselnik, it still has to come across in a way that the audience knows it's a performance.
There's a lot because like we always have the conversation about like, you know, where somebody's always defends everything, like, oh well, any good, you know, a good comic can make anything funny, but
I think
like
that's true.
I think it's true, but like the difference is like,
But you have to be great to make certain shit funny.
well, and so like the difference is like let's I'll use the topic of gay people for an
Yeah.
example. It's like
The
just
alphabet
doing, like-
community, the mafia.
yeah, doing all that hacky shit that's
Yeah.
like critical of the community is
Yeah.
like, that's not funny. It's rude. It's like, it's fucked up unless you're part of that and you're discussing like the shit that you hate, like
Yeah.
internally. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, especially when straight people do, it's like a white comic going and being like, oh, the black community, blah blah blah,
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
this and that. It's the same kind of thing you put on, but you don't, like, for a straight comic, like, you can absolutely talk about the gay community in a funny way that's not hateful, if that's like, but you gotta
I
have
do all the time. No.
you have like the angle on it of like you don't understand it, or like you're like, it's like,
coming from
I
a
think
place
if
of
you
ignorance but
acknowledge-
naivete, not
if
like
you acknowledge that you're in
Yeah.
the like it's your problem.
yeah.
That is, I think like that's the
Straight
difference
man's
of like
burden.
yeah, so like you can talk about
yeah.
anything. It's just, you know, you have to come into it like
Yeah.
as an outsider, if you're an outsider of that thing.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, let the audience know. Like I'm just asking questions. I'm just and again, a certain amount of
Yeah.
vulnerability, and to that point too, if you can make anything funny, I think you can. But at the same time, the other side of that coin is of you know, people always say comedy's suggestive. So there could be a joke that most people agree that is funny, but if somebody lost somebody on 9/11 and they hear it could be the best 9/11 joke, it just might not hit
Yeah.
for them. You know what I mean? So you always got to remember that too.
It's also like I don't want to hear like Cat Williams tell the same joke like Bobcat Goldthwait might tell.
Right, yeah.
Like
yeah.
it doesn't.
Especially not in that voice.
And-
Oh, that would be
or like
the
if-
scratchiest.
to make it more clear, like an example of like two very different white guys. I don't want to make it like it's not their color I was thinking of there. It was their difference in style is what I mean.
No, I know what you mean, but still, that actually
For the
turned
listener,
turned out being a better contrast because you can physically see it. But I know what you mean. I know what you mean. It's weird tackling subjects that you are technically not a part of, because that's one of the things. Once you start doing comedy, you kind of have to talk about what you know, but after a while, you kind of it gets redundant because that's all you're talking about. So you want to branch out and talk about other things. But it's like, how do I, explore these topics without feeling like I'm exploiting a certain community for laughs, or if I'm just punching down, as they say, which I don't really get into that much. I get what people are saying with the punching down. I do. I believe me, I get that because I'm in a lot of those marginalized boxes that people do punch down on. But I think it's lazy in both ways with the punching down thing. I think it's lazy when people do it, and I think it's lazy when people say that's not what you're supposed to do, because it's like you're both getting it wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. I tend to agree with people that say that, but I never say it myself. As far as punching down, it's like
because it's so kind of obvious and on the nose, and you paint yourself into a box.
Yeah.
The word I always go to that makes all comedy funny is incongruity. Incongruity is what makes things funny, and a lot of times things that are incongruent aren't necessarily politically correct to where somebody who is down is punching up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's an incongruence to because it's literally, that's not like us. This thing's not like that thing, and that there's a lot of racism, homophobia, and sexism, and this thing's not like that thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's a lot of jokes in there too. It's like that with everything primal.
Have you ever seen the guy that explains like the 7 laugh react or the 7 laugh triggers?
Maybe the YouTube guy.
I
think
you just
so.
said two of the, like, the compare and contrast.
I have seen him. Yes.
I forget the other 5, but I have them written down in a notebook somewhere.
I might be subconsciously pulling from them, honestly.
You know what? When I watched, I never read any, like, really read any books on stand up or like watched those how to, or
Dude, I got a few.
Didn't take classes. I just went and did it, and like I understood basic writing and like rules of 3 and shit like that. But when I went back like 10 years, 12 years into comedy, and like was like, okay, what are the best? Because I did this with drawing too. Like I went like, what are the basics again?
Yeah.
Like go back to like just what's the basic thing, and like. when I watch those videos though, there's one exercise where you can like just run your material through those to check like, oh, is this joke this type of joke or that type,
Okay, yeah.
And all of my old material I wrote before seeing that fit into those things. Like it's not and I don't mean like I'm accidentally was a genius. I just mean like it's just the basic.
You were doing that
just
anyway.
How it works.
Yeah,
like,
you were doing that anyway.
I knew it intuitively, but it wasn't like. I don't think that was.
Well, that's what a lot of stuff is. I was just watching something about comedy where they were saying how similar it is to music, and it's a rhythm thing, and how certain things are funny because it's the way you say it. Because a lot of stuff. A lot of jokes we do, most of them aren't set up like knocked down like, 2 guys walked in the bar, blah, 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 blah. It's a lot of stories and things that happen. I wish I remembered the guy's name because I wanted to go on his YouTube page. But it's a guy, he's a YouTuber, and he'll drum to a comics set just to show the rhythm of it. So he'll put up say Bill Burr and it's a skit, and then he'll do, but he's like that's how that's how you can tell that a lot of this is rhythmic. And to your point of going back and realizing that you were already doing the things, you could go back and put like a rhythm to your jokes and realize that you're doing it in rhythm too. Because
I bet mine I bet that this might be a problem for me performance wise, is I don't think I have a rhythm. I cannot.
Even in that, like a staccato is still. I mean, you know what I mean. You're still doing something. You might not realize it, but you are. If you're getting laughs, there's a rhythm.
So like a lot of comics you think of like that are just name they're like famous guys like Bill Burr.
Yeah.
You can kind of like picture or imagine their cadence and shit like that. I've listened to myself and watched so much, I can't pick up on a cadence. I don't know if I had. If somebody else might be able to imitate me and be like, no, fucking paw. This is what.
Well, I can hear it in your
does.
voice now. Like it's there. You know what I mean? I mean, you're too. You shit in the bathroom. You can't smell it. You're too close to the picture to see the frame. You know. But it's
maybe. I mean, it's the internal monologue I hear. Like, 24/7.
It's there because you got to remember too. A lot of comedy is built in tension, so it doesn't have to be a pop song. You could be like Enya or some like tribal, you know.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I mean, like when I say Mitch Hedberg, like you can hear
the dude did a
rhythm.
drum to that, and it was really cool. Hearing you're listening to Hedberg, and he's doing the drum to that. It was really cool.
Yeah,
it was that. You know, hi hats and yeah. I
used to do drugs.
Yeah,
I still do. But
he did that bit. Yeah, he did that bit. Yeah, yeah. So it's always a music or something there, but just because it's as human beings, you know, we pattern recognition is our thing. That's how we learn. That's how we interpret the world. So even if you don't realize you're doing it, you're doing it. You know what I mean? Things have to be.
You know, I always wonder. Like I wonder how self-aware people are about what makes them funny, or if they're just doing it. Like, cause I don't have the I'm obscenely to a fault self-aware in a lot of areas, but when it comes to stand-up, I'm kind of like I don't know what people are watching. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. I know exactly what you. It's hard because I get that because I don't say this a lot. There's an arrogant part to me that I know I'm funny, but at the same time, the only way I know I'm funny is I know the way people respond to me.
Yeah.
And the only way that I know I'm funny in that way is just because I suck at everything. I am horrible at life. I have a horrible go at it with a lot of stuff. I just suck. I hate people. I hate life. And comedy has been one of the only things I've done where I feel an energy that I have never felt.
Dude, it is
in another way. So I can tell
way.
I'm like, people are picking up on something. I'm doing something because I don't get this response in humans with other shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm the same way.
So I know I'm doing something.
My whole life, there's nothing else I've ever been confident or arrogant about at all.
Yeah,
but when it comes to stand up, fuck you, I'm good.
Yeah. Everything else in life, it's the first day of school for me, and everybody else is in advanced math class and just knows each other and whatever, and everything else in life is the first day of school for me. But with this is comedy, I got a Letterman jacket on, dude.
It's also but it's because I still have the same I respond to shit. I do the same. I respond to stand up things the same way I do with everything else in life that I'm not good at.
Yeah.
So
but in stand-up is the proper response.
But in stand-up, it's it's intensified because it's no, this is the one thing I fucking know you're wrong. I know.
Well, in stand-up is some of the only times too that you can. I mean, you know, my thoughts on relationships, capitalism and racism. I can't really say that anywhere. Or people look at you like you're fucking out of your goddamn. What do you mean capitalism's bad? This is the greatest system that's ever been birthed into the world. Which is why
I really have forgot.
My body hurts so bad because I'm a slave to the system.
I don't remember normal life, how I used to interact with people and shit like that.
Not at all.
It feels like I've always. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah. It's
It changes the way you think about shit too.
What do you mean, performance stand up?
Yeah.
Like constantly taking things in and looking for an angle.
Comedian brain that we're always talking about on this here podcast.
Dude, I was in the store the other day and it started happening, and I'm just frustrated, and I'm with my girl and she's at the counter doing shit because I suck at everything, and I'm just walking away just frustrated, and I'm talking to myself, And then I start laughing, and then she looks over and she's like, "What's going on?" And I'm like, I'm very angry, but my comedian brain just took over and just turned this whole thing into a bit. I was angry and frustrated, but immediately I just saw just the inshitification of the whole thing, and I was like, yeah, this sucks. But I can make it funny.
I'm really excited about stand up, right? Like, it's like the only thing in life that I'm like,
oh yeah,
not about to
not phoning it in,
unalive myself about.
I know, right? Yeah. Dude, I was telling somebody, we can edit this out. I was telling somebody,
I'm not gonna do that,
dude. If it wasn't for stand up and my kids, like I would not mind. Like, yeah. Like,
yeah,
not at all.
Just looking around,
not
the world,
at all.
It's not.
Not at all. You ever see them people when they be talking about abortion and what if you got aborted? Can I wish for one more wish? like, oh my god, dude! Like, don't threaten me with a good time. Like, I hate this world. I hate humans. I hate this existence. I know what people say. We're very lucky. We're lucky in a lot of senses as far as health, where we are in our life, being able to talk, breathe, see, and all this other stuff. And I get that, and the fact that people hold that over your head to where you should be happy and ignore all the other shit is bullshit in and of itself. But all that being said, just existence is the stupidest thing I've ever. It's
the whole thing is
nothing
so
about
dumb.
it makes sense. And then when I'm on my phone and I see like all this conflict in the world, and it's bad enough that life sucks, but human beings are so stupid and selfish and emotional that we just make up shit. So now we gotta do, like, the environment's fucked up because we fucked that up. There's a financial thing because we invented money. Fucking God's coming because we invented some God, but those assholes over there invented this is all just made up shit that we have to fucking fight about. And then you have to talk to this to another person who's actually taking it serious because they signed up for it and they think that this is all real.
Oh yeah, they're so into it.
So you just gotta be here like, what the fuck are we doing, dude?
I would say the worst thing about life is how into it so many people are.
My god,
oh,
dude.
they're so invested in it. I love life.
This is amazing. And in my life particularly, like, nothing else mattered. That, like, you are a blip in time, which even time doesn't exist.
Life is a movie.
Yeah, because we live in the third dimension. Fucking zoom out. This ain't even fucking real. You know what I mean? And yeah, and you notice that as you get older and seeing young people come up beneath you, no, not beneath, but young people come up and remembering that feeling of in your teens and 20s, just thinking you're gonna live forever, and them just like, you're old and you're like, do you know how quickly you're gonna be my age? Do you know how quickly we're all gonna die? You know how quickly we are to slavery or the dark ages? Oh, this time is really flying by quick. All this is gonna be gone real soon. I think it's already gone.
I think we talk about it here before, but I typically don't. I defend Gen Z a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I'm typically not like.
So do I. It's not their fault they got phones and all this. It was thrown in their lap.
Millennials are like, I'm like right at the age, like we're both like right on either side of the line between.
Stop trying to claim
millennial and Gen X. I'm not trying to.
I'm Gen X.
I am claiming millennial because I am.
I'm the youngest Gen X person out there, but I am Gen X. I don't like how millennials sound. It sounds so frivolous. Plus, I remember when grunge came out and it was Gen X and they were all older than me, and when I found out, I was just like in the cusp of, this is Gen X, and then we can't figure this generation out. They're enigmatic and all this
Gen
stuff.
X?
Yeah.
Oh, I figured them out.
But I'm saying, do you remember that in the early 90s when it was
they thought they were the shit.
Yeah,
they're so apathetic. Yeah, they apathetic fascism back into existence.
Dude,
They're a bunch of useless assholes. The whole generation. I hate them.
Blame our parents for sucking up
all
the
I wanted was
resources.
a Pepsi. How'd that turn out? Dickheads.
Diabetes.
Yeah, all I wanted was a Pepsi, and now you're all dying of diabetes.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't typically hate on younger generations, But the one thing
Comes back to love, America.
that annoys me more than anything right now is how, and it's like it's in a comedy a lot, is like the young people come with the little influencer people. They're coming in and acting like old people are like like we're old. They're calling us old. They're 30. They're 30-year-old teenagers calling us old that are like,
or even the 26 and 28 year olds.
And just like completely disregard like over a decade of experience.
Want to know what they do when you're black?
Experience
they call me Unc.
Shit.
Not even uncle. Unc. Do you know what a pejorative that is?
Uncle Armstrong.
I'd rather be called the N-word. I'm joking. Well, with an A, not an ER, actually, I would. but yeah, Unc is, yeah, they're, yeah. And the funny thing about it is one of those, just, all right, just keep living. Keep living.
Yeah.
I want to see you at 46.
Yeah.
If you make it that far.
Yeah, man, just the arrogance of youth. I guess it's normal, but it's like...
Yeah. That old saying, youth is wasted on the young.
Yeah.
We're still relatively young. Not really, but we got more than half
I think in
us.
2025, 40-something is young.
Yeah. And even the way we present and stuff like this, our parents didn't dress like this. America, I just got off work and not comedy work. My fucking...
my dad...
Pay the bills job.
Let's see... 2008. I think my dad was like my age when he died.
Yeah. How'd your dad die?
Cancer.
What
of
kind?
The throat. But he was like, he smoked 2 packs a day. He was an alcoholic. He was drinking at like 6 a.m. for 20, 30 years.
Oh, so he was just trying.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he was. Yeah. It was inevitable. He did not take care of himself.
How'd you process that?
Yeah. Well,
did you ever have feelings like it was your fault?
No.
I feel bad in that question, America.
No, it was my mom's.
No, you know that whole thing of like when you, because my parents are divorced, and I remember hearing people talk about, did you? And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Oh, they're divorced? Not at all.
I didn't fuck her. He did. Can we go back to that I don't want to exist thing? Like I didn't ask for any of this. I didn't ask for their shitty relationship.
You know what? The only thing I'm really mad at my parents about is that they planned me.
They planned?
Yeah, they did it on purpose.
Oh, that's gross.
I would rather be an accident. Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah. They're like, oh, let's have a baby. And it's me.
Didn't you say you guys were poor in the South, too?
Yeah, well.
It was the 80s. Poor was a relative thing.
I mean,
there were no billionaires yet. So.
We were, but at the time of their plan, he had a good job.
Okay.
He just couldn't keep it because he had schizophrenia.
Yeah.
Which I guess, they didn't know at the time either. But
the voices.
Yeah. He had schizophrenia, and one of the voices was somebody he called the foreman, and I think it's because he always worked in factories.
Wow.
And I think that became part of his psychosis, was work, factory work and shit.
Did he see things or just hear things? Did he talk to you about it?
So it would be more like there were, I know there were voices that he would hear, but, and I know one of them was a particular, was called the foreman, but I don't know if they all had names or what, but his hallucinations wouldn't be completely out of thin air. It would be like the helicopters that are, they call them the ghetto birds. He lived in Collinwood.
Yeah.
And he would see the helicopters and think they were after him and shit like that.
Oh, Henry Hill
action. It was it was existing things that he just thought were something else. Yeah.
I saw something. They said that schizophrenia manifests itself in different countries and specifically different societies, and America is one of the most harshest, and they're thinking that it's because of how our society is structured, because in other societies
the work or die mentality.
Yeah, because they were saying in other societies there's not as much of a negative connotation to the thoughts and voices and things.
Yeah,
but our whole race individualistic, everybody get on top of everybody else culture kind of feeds into a paranoia. This is all anecdotal. I don't know.
We're programmed to be bossed around from like every step of the way. The parents are in charge. You're in
even
charge.
As a black
teachers
man
are in charge. There's a principal in charge.
Yeah.
There's a president in charge, and everybody's in charge. There's cops, and
even as a black guy who knew about like racism and fuck police and all this stuff, I didn't realize how propagandized we were into my adult life. Yeah. And I mean, you see certain stuff, but like you're saying, like, I didn't realize until somebody pointed it out how morbid it is to have a Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. That is some North Korea shit.
It is weird.
Like the fact that the shit that we normalize that we have to do here.
But like the crazy thing is like that was you
can't afford your rent.
Shit.
Get another job. That's the dumbest shit. Abandon your kids and your
get 2 jobs. Get 3. You're just not working hard enough.
That billionaire who owns your fucking house needs this fucking money. It's the dumbest fucking shit, and we're all just.
It's pretty nuts, yeah.
What if we don't do it? Well, they won't have money, and it won't. But I thought they were rich. Well,
I think so. I think that was okay when it was. We had like in the 70s, it was like a 70% corporate tax rate and shit like that. It's just Ronald Reagan, the whole Reaganomics, everything falls apart in the 80s. And everything before the 80s was like systemic racism. So it's,
all roads lead to Reagan.
Yeah. I mean, like economically,
before Reagan, Woodrow Wilson was my Reagan.
I do think that
he was a piece of shit.
With socialist safety nets, capitalism can work. If you have, the bottom rung is high enough, then
right. And at least I mean, it was a different time. It wasn't as many cameras. They weren't as omnipresent and everything else. So you could hide a lot of stuff. It's like, it's a difference between the guy who just beats the shit out of his wife and the guy who knows how to hit her on the leg and then go off to, you know what I mean? That's what all that was. A bunch of hitting on the leg. Now put on your skirt and let's look nice in public. Now it's just straight up just fucking Diddy fucking stomping you on the hallway.
Dude, I've been doom scrolling so much. I'm just watching ICE agents just tackle people.
I get infuriated. I can't watch
tackle
that.
Unarmed people.
I get infuriated with that shit. These are the worst fucking human beings, and they get off on this shit. At least a third of them are like not white. It's
yeah.
I was just telling somebody like, and that's another part that goes to our comic brain. In incongruity is racism is fucked up, but I can understand that us versus them, and you're white and I'm black, and let's play the game. But then when all the other marginalized groups start walking in the room, and I don't expect just because you are a different ethnicity other than white or black that you're going to automatically side with me. What pisses me off, what grinds my gears, what gets my goat is when other people, whether it be other ethnicities, women, queer people, or whatever, try to leverage their racism towards me in white supremacy. It's like, hate me because you think you're better than me because you're Hispanic or Indian or this or that. But you're better than me because you're white too. It's like, you're niggas to these people. And that infuriates me. And that's one of the sad things that's going on with this ICE shit too. They didn't all vote for it, and they don't deserve it. None of them do. But a lot of these immigrants voted to be on the side of MAGA. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and again, I'm not saying that they deserve.
Yeah, they got like a 30% or something of the Latino vote.
Yeah, 50. 50.
50.
Yeah, a lot.
Jesus.
Yeah, dude. 50 plus. Yeah, and so
because the culture is not gay friendly, and Democrats are too gay for a lot of people is the problem.
Democrats are feckless and weak, and in any other country, they'd be the right wing. That's another thing, speaking of how propagandized we are, to actually think that Democrats are leftists. It's a fucking joke, dude. Like, it is a fucking joke. Yeah. And again, everybody's just playing the game, and they're the fucking Washington Generals. Like, they're there to lose.
ICE is just the government going, look, here's $50,000 a year and health insurance for all the shittiest.
No, $50,000 bonus. It's $80,000 a year.
For every piece of shit bully, every asshole in this country everybody that, if you want to beat people up and bully people and peppers, like, that's the shit, like, that's psychotic. And it's all the people that want to do those things that can't get into the army or into the cops.
Well, that's the thing, that they've been lowering the
people that have
for the
too
physical.
Fucked up of a psychological profile to join the army or police are the ICE agent. Like, they're the fucking bottom of the barrel.
No.
Like, I put this challenge out there, and I mean this. If you're in ICE, let's fist fight. Fair, legal fist fight.
I will fuck your shit up.
In a fair and legal fist fight. And if I win, you have to quit your stupid fucking job. You
know they won't.
You pussy. But
you know they won't.
But no mask. You have to prove your ICE.
Yeah. You know they won't. Here's the thing. I do look at ICE the same way I look at Trump. Is they're fucked up, but in a way, they're just doing the same thing that has been going on. Again, it's hitting in the face instead of just hitting her on the leg. Trump is corrupt. He's fucked up. He is a no good, racist, rapist, misogynist, blah, 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 all the words. But it's no different than what was going on. It was just that we were doing it with decorum. Because that's the other thing. I mean, that whole thing, how they talk about with police and how it takes less time to be a police than to be a beautician or a nail technician or something like that. And the psychological profile that you have to be in certain forms of law enforcement, and how they discourage a certain amount of intellect and de-escalation and things like that. So to the point of the saying the Pledge of Allegiance and how propagandized we are, this is just a natural conclusion of us constantly having this race to the bottom, not valuing education, not valuing community, not valuing any sort of collectivism, not valuing any sort of truly trying to grow as a country, as a species, and just looking for the individualistic least common denominator in money. So this is just an inevitability. So as shitty as this is, I mean, what the fuck did we think was going to happen when we had a country like this, to where we have to have infinite growth in a finite world? You know what I mean? Just none of this shit makes sense. The fact that police themselves, like, wouldn't it be great if there was some guy with a 5 o'clock shadow just trying to figure out how to arrest Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos? Like, police aren't here for that, and they have a legal, even on paper, you have a legal precedent to arrest all of those rich assholes, but they never fucking
I mean,
police are just here to protect property and capital.
See, you know what I saw that I enjoyed is the NYPD arresting ICE agents for kidnapping.
Really?
Yeah.
Shoved up in this cold room, America.
New York cop arrested an ICE agent, and I saw the video, and he's like, "No, I'm with ICE. I'm with ICE." He's like, "I don't give a fuck who you're with. You don't kidnap people. You don't throw people in vans. You're under arrest."
Oh, and you know what that is? Even that I would probably think is a vendetta, because I've seen how cops and people are authoritative.
It's a white cop and a black ICE agent.
Yeah. Get the fuck in there.
They still find a way.
No, stop.
No, I don't. I didn't see
the black. Did you see the one soldier, the black soldier in Okinawa, who got body slammed to the ground by the other soldiers because he wasn't complying or whatever?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went to a whole other country and still got racist cop thrown down by racist.
But then
cops.
they were. I went down this rabbit hole about how common that is in Okinawa and the amount of sexual assaults and stuff like that. And that's one of the reasons that they have those patrols is because so many American soldiers just wantonly walk around and fuck those women whenever they. We're a horrible country. All this shit is horrible. And this is an inevitability, and hopefully something good will come out of it, because this shit just couldn't keep going on in the fucking shadows. Tupac used to talk about that, like that's one of the reasons that the Vietnam War ended, because that was the first one that you really saw in real time on TV. You know what I mean? Like when those and that was that happened at the same time as the civil rights movement in the 60s. This shit has been going on with black people for years, but when they finally saw the dogs and and all that, even people who don't love black people are like oh okay whoa, and it's the same thing that's going on with this ICE shit.
Fucked up is I don't think it matters now. I don't think that works anymore, though.
Well, no, not anymore.
Because we're so desensitized to it.
But I'm saying at the time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
the images, because people believed they were real images. We didn't have AI. We didn't have Photoshop for people to go, nah. You can literally show them anything. He could.
Well. To be fair, there were people who saw people getting bit by dogs and were like, eh.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
ICE could. Yeah. I mean, they're literally watching videos and then they're going, yeah, this is great. This is what they're supposed to do. This is what we voted for. There's a lot of them.
I saw one of the posts where they were showing recruiting for ICE. I think we talked about this, and the line was out the door. It was out the door.
Yeah.
It was just it was as if they were having a gang rape competition and just a million people just like.
It's an incredible package. Of, salary and insurance and.
So yeah, I've never wanted to be here. I've never enjoyed human beings. I've never enjoyed this process. People are I've been on such like some Thanos villain origin story shit that the sad part about humans is even if we righted the ship, dude, it just eventually just veer off because we're such selfish, emotional. We're a stupid fucking species. Like nothing on Earth operates like this. I know they say a virus, but at least a virus is smart enough to proliferate. Yeah, it'll kill the host, but a virus is one of those things that. Fun fact about viruses, technically it's not alive until it finds a host. So even if it dies, it can still attach to something else and then keep going on and replicating itself. We're the only thing that does this. We don't make sense as a species. I don't get it, and I don't believe in God, even though I was raised to. And I believed in God up until a certain point, until I found out my son was autistic, and then I cursed the world. And if I die and there is a God, we are fucking fighting because this whole thing is stupid. And you're the real retard, all right? I said the R word. I can say it, just like I can say the M word in America. So yeah, I don't enjoy any of this, man. I really don't.
Yeah, I just realized that
we started this off with love. We were talking about relationships.
I just realized this was a tangent while we were talking about stand up.
Yeah.
Because this was like we were talking about our point of view in stand up, and
that's the name of the podcast. This is a tangent. We'll veer off the road. That's what we do. I don't know. This is a late podcast we're doing. You don't know this, America, but this is after midnight because I had to work today and we haven't had time to record on the weekend. So this is just a culmination of a whole day of me serving capitalism. It's gross, dude. It's gross.
So yeah, that's why
I give him drinks and he picks them up after they die.
I've been excited about stand up again.
Me too. Hell yeah. There's so much to talk about.
I brought up relationship. I've been writing a lot. Was what I was gonna talk about. I've been.
What's your process? How do you write?
It's always different. Okay. I don't have a. I usually just have an idea and I'll.
Do you mindfully write at certain times, or do you just go when the energy goes?
If I think of something.
Okay.
But lately I do. I want to get all my material together and get like. I'm working on stuff, but the new shit hasn't been coming as quickly as it has like just this past week.
Yeah.
I've written like 10 or 15 minutes in the last week that I think, and
You
it's
got to
all
do any of it?
relationship stuff.
Have you got to
like,
do any of it?
I got to try some of it yesterday. I gotta get out more again.
Yeah.
I've been on a like once a week open mic thing for a while, and I need to get out 3 or 4 times a week at least.
We're
like
in Cleveland.
now that I'm actually writing.
Where do you like to go? Where's your open mic that you know you're going to do every week?
Well, the one I run.
Okay.
Is where
Okay.
I always,
Mine.
that's the one I always do, and then I don't know, man. I don't.
Yeah, Tuesday Spotlight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spotlight, and then there's Bill's Brothers Lounge, which is just like his East End thing, which you sign up ahead of time.
Yeah. I'm usually off on Thursdays, so I'll do Bill's High and Dry on Thursdays when I can.
There's
I have to work tomorrow.
Tuesday's also the One More Joke thing, but I don't ever go to that. I 1 minute is not like, it's cool for every, I'm not
such a gangbang. It's a fun show because
it's a fun
show. They get
not,
good energy, but it's such
I'm
a gang.
Shitting
it's a
on
line of naked guys stroking their dick, just waiting for their few bumps. All right, next.
I'm not
okay. All right, come on, just a bunch of just guys. I watch a lot of porn in America. I'm sorry.
I'm not like shitting on anything they're doing over there. It's just not.
Neither am I.
I'm just in a place with writing and shit. Like I can't do a minute. It's not. It's just gonna frustrate.
Yeah, you're in a
me.
different spot. Yeah. It's like I got a minute. Now what do we do with the other 59?
Yeah, I need. I got 59 more to work out.
Yeah, dude.
Wednesdays. There's like East End, which is also one of Bill's you have to sign up for, and then there's
they still do stand and deliver?
Yeah.
Awesome.
There's and then LVT is still running, but I don't like going there. I always get into a fight when I'm in there.
Yeah.
Or not always, but I have too many times to it's just too it's a very alcoholic, but like even for a bar it's like a very drunk bar.
Yeah.
There's always like really drunk, horrible people in there, and I have been this close to like fist fighting someone during the open mic right in front of the stage.
Jesus. Yeah, I know what you mean by it's a very drunk bar, and that's so funny because like all bars are drunk bars, but it's like restaurants that you go to, like all restaurants sell food, but some of them when you walk in it just smells like grease. You're like, ew. It's just in the walls, and it's just like the people there, and you're just like,
yeah. LVT is like there's just alcohol in the walls.
Yeah.
There's always somebody cutting up coke in the bathroom, and somebody fist fighting in the parking lot, and somebody interrupting the show, and the jukebox is playing the whole fucking time. And
I'm not gonna name them, but I know at least 1 or 2 mild mannered comics who got into some little kerfuffles there. So
I don't know what happens to me in there. There was a drunk girl like kept interrupting their show one night, and I just started screaming, "Shut up!" I wasn't even on stage.
Nice.
I was like, "Shut up, you fucking whore! Shut the fuck up, you dump!" And then I all like nearly got into a fight with the whole table of Pete. Like,
oh my god.
And even like Pope was there. Like we were both like, he was like, "Get." Like the dude fucking ran up and like pushed me. I was like, "Don't fucking touch me!" And I went to swing on him, and somebody jumped, like pulled us apart.
Yeah,
it was a mess.
Just a meat pounding factory.
So that's Wednesdays. That's why I don't go over there on Wednesdays, and then Thursdays is like there's not like an open mic. I think I know of. I think there are, but it's not. There's maybe a couple of people I don't get along with a lot.
As far as I know, Tyrone Gaines and Big Rich, they started one. It's over on Larchmere. I've only been able to go once. It's pretty cool. They had a nice turnout when I went.
Well, I don't not get along with them, right? But I haven't.
Eastside's getting a lot more rooms, which we need, but outside of High and I'm sorry, Tyrone. I can't remember the name right now. It's really
Dry Bar.
Is it?
I think it is.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
This him and DJ were running it.
Yeah, I think. It's late, America. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but either way, 2 on Thursdays that I can think of.
At any rate, I need more places to go up that are not. I don't know.
Where you can start off like a minute.
I'm tired of being in the same rooms.
A minute
with the
and a half
same
of
people all
relationships,
the
and then
time.
it descends into yelling into the world. So I was walking down the street with this girl. Shut the fuck up!
Yeah, I wish there were like a lot of rooms and you like where you could do 10 to 15 minutes and like really work on shit. But there's no like real workout. Like you don't get to do that here anywhere.
I think when I see other scenes, I think we're better than most. I think we're lucky to have something every day. But I will agree that I've talked to John Bruton about this, the Miles Morales to my Peter Parker, that there's only so much talent, and if you got stuff every day,
yeah.
I mean, after a while, you're just kind of circling the wagons. You know what I mean?
Well, Bruton has a long history of reducing fractions on how much talent is around.
Oh yeah.
I would say he probably underestimates it, but
oh yeah. Bruton is the Damon Dash of Cleveland comedy. He will shit on most talent. Yeah. But I mean, I get it. He's produced a lot of shows and stuff, so he's been around the block, so he can see it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
He's not always wrong, but
yeah. It's the guy yelling at women. You're not wrong. You just can't. You just don't do it like that. She's crying. Yeah. Is there anything on Fridays?
Not that I know of.
Oh fuck! And Thursdays, Imposters has been doing that one too.
Yeah, that's done with.
Yeah. Okay.
They're doing 2 more and it's over.
Why? Okay, all right, camera's on.
Yeah.
We'll talk. But yeah, so
I don't know actually, but I don't.
Your face does. Whatever you just did.
No. I don't. I think it's fair to say Michael Bush doesn't love stand-up comics. There's a lot of aggressive stand-up comics that.
Yeah.
They don't fit. A lot of Cleveland stand-up scene doesn't fit the vibe of an improv theater.
Oh yeah.
I think that's fair to say. I'm not criticizing anyone. I think that's just how it is.
Posters is a wonderful theater. It's really great. It's given a lot of people opportunities. I've done a lot of great things there. But
I might film a special there.
Nice. It's a beautiful stage. I will say though, like you're saying, I never forget. It was an Imposters show, and they're doing like skits. And then, it's a few comics that'll do like, bits between, some of the skits, And then I'm doing my thing and I'm working on some jokes, you know what I mean? And the crowd was very, very gracious, and they were laughing and they were clapping. And at a certain point in the set, I had to kind of stop. And I literally was like, I'm breaking the fourth wall here. But I was like, look, I need you guys to not laugh and clap at everything, because in an improv setting, it's very encouraging.
Oh yeah.
And
They're always very supportive of crowds.
But when it comes to stand up, you can't do that, because I don't know if these jokes are working. You're the girlfriend who's faking orgasms every day, and then we break up, and I think I know how to fuck, and I get out here and I realize I suck in bed. True story, America.
Was it a full crowd?
It's always pretty full, about 2/3.
How do you know you weren't just doing well?
Well, even I mean, I was doing okay, but it wasn't the energy that I was looking for in that, like, and especially, and you know this, like when you're doing certain jokes and you're working on certain things, and people are just giving you a certain amount of latitude, and you're just like, and that's why I always compare it to sex, because it's like it's one thing to be, and it's another just like calm down. I've seen the internet. I appreciate it, but just bring it down a little bit so we can get to the brass tacks of what's really going on right now.
But you know what sucks is I've been doing all this writing, and I've got like really, like, I sat down, I wrote probably 10 or 15 minutes that I'll turn into 20 or 30
Dope.
over the next few months. But it's always when I'm like super depressed, like I'll hit like something very upsetting will happen, and then I'm like, oh, I got a lot. Actually, yeah. And then
Told you when I was in that store having a mental breakdown. That's the only thing that made me laugh was like, ooh.
yeah.
Well, it was shitty. Well, not shitty, but somebody I don't agree with anymore. But I remember he was talking about that with music. He was like, I wouldn't endorse heroin, but it hasn't hurt my music. It's giving me some of the best music I've ever heard. But,
it was,
but yeah.
Yeah, I had a situation that's totally normal that upset me more than it should have.
Very subjective word.
And something happened that upset me more than it should have, and then I went, oh, why am I reacting this way?
Yeah.
And then in that like self-examination is where I've come up with like 10 or 15 minutes of material.
That's awesome.
On what an asshole I am.
Well, glass half full, you can actually observe that. Because that's the thing. A lot of people do things and they're either oblivious to what they're doing or they're doing it and they don't care. So to be able to observe your behavior and then to kind of, even if you're not course correcting, to realize that you need to, I mean, that's big, Chris.
I got mad at somebody that didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
And then I went, ooh, gross. What's going on here? And then it was like, oh, because the last person that did that did a lot of shit wrong.
Yeah.
And taking that
feelings of being unworthy,
doing those meditations and shit, I was like, oh shit.
It's
I got a lot to say.
It's all coming back to me,
But no,
America, I've been having a fight with no words with my significant other. You don't want to know why? Because of the goddamn dream I had. That's not the gayest, girliest shit you've ever heard. Yep, I had a dream.
Had a dream and woke up mad all day.
Not a Martin Luther King. Just something to reinforce my insecurities. Yeah, it's but again, that is one of the good things about comedy. Again, if you're working at it, if you're working at comedy, you're observant in a way. You're always working on yourself, not always in a good way. It ain't like we're scholars. I'm not gonna go that far. But if you're doing the work, you are going in a position of dissecting things. I've said it once. I've said it a million times. One of my favorite comics, Chris Rock, he said, to be a good comic is also you have to be a good debater and you have to be able to debate both sides. And to do that would mean that you have a certain amount of just insight and empathy and curiosity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you don't have that, you're not going to be a good comic and you're not going to be a good person.
It's like the thing we were saying, like you have to have the humility in the bit where you're like, if you're telling a story about you and like your wife or your significant other, where it's a back and forth, like you have to tell your shitty part of it too.
Yeah, and a balance too, because you can't also be the guy. Give it up, aren't women just the best thing? Give it up for the women and give it up and give it up to and it's like all right.
That's a whole different That's a whole different muscle. They should let atrophy.
What's worse, give it up for women or give it up for the troops?
It's all just awful. It's all some dude with a sweaty forehead just trying to make it work.
That's aggressive. What's that? Is that Jelly Roll?
I don't know.
That's not your phone?
No,
I thought that was your phone.
No, that's retaliatory for us being loud, I think.
Oh, nice.
They can't hear it on the mics. It doesn't pick it up.
Oh, nice. America, we just got sound bombed somehow. It wasn't loud, but it was a.
Then maybe it's just a phone.
Yeah. It was a twang. I got scared. It was a banjo in there somewhere. They did it on purpose.
Banjo
is the equivalent of hearing bass in a rap song. You just know it's aggressive.
We are over an hour into the podcast.
Let's do 3 hours. Let's Rogan this shit. I don't care.
I care because it takes forever to upload. That's it. It won't ever go out if
you're like bear sharing that shit, just sitting there for hours waiting for one song. Like
yeah, it takes forever.
The old LimeWire days.
Yeah,
I will destroy this entire modem just to download Tupac's "Me Against the World" again. Yeah. Which, Me Against the World, is where I got the idea for my comedy album. Check me out, America. John Armstrong Against the World. It's still on Bill Squire's YouTube, but we're going to be relaunching my YouTube and putting it on mine. So appreciate y'all who've watched that.
When are you going to do that?
I don't know. Me and Bill just talked last week at High and Dry, actually. He said he was going to help me remix the sound because it sounds a little weird on it, but pretty soon here. Because I suck at all things technical. But still proud of how it came out. Ramon Rivas recorded it for me. Cleveland legend, So yeah, and just getting stuff out there. I've had a pretty productive year. I think we're closing on a decent note. I've got some things I want to work on for the new year, and I've been getting a lot of positive feedback recently. Shout out to the Mary Santora. She let me do some guest spots when she was in town a couple weeks ago, and I picked up a decent amount of followers just because she always has really good crowds. So yeah, I'm looking to turn this big old ball of anger and monetize
into creativity.
Yeah, monetize it the way this country wants me to. Everything will be commodified, whether you want it or not.
Hell yeah.
So it's like, hey, I'll talk shit.
Yeah, that's the plan, right?
Yeah.
Sell out.
Hey. I'm selling
as much as possible.
We're not selling out. We're buying in.
I'm investing.
The lies you tell yourself. The path to hell is paved. Good intention.
Are you let's see. What's this week? What week is this? Like the 10th?
Yeah, I'm going into the 11th, 12th weekend. I got nothing on paper. I've been lucky enough to I've had some shit come together. But I've been lucky that Hilarities have worked me a decent amount in the last couple of months that I know I'm not doing nothing there this week because I'm there next week. And then hopefully working on New Year's, and then to be determined America.
Yeah, I'm at Don't Tell Erie on
I saw that.
12/19.
Tove.
And
one
then,
or two shows there.
I think it's just one.
Okay.
It's the last one in Erie. I guess Don't Tell is paring down like their smaller city shows, and they're gonna do more tours.
Gotcha.
Of like the people they have doing like Don't Tell specials and stuff, like Rory Scovel, and they're gonna, yeah.
God forbid the Uber of comedy actually give small markets a chance.
Hey.
I know. Let me tamp down my hate for capitalism. We don't own any infrastructure. We don't insure anybody. We don't give anybody any benefits, but we're not squeezing enough juice out of this lemon because we need infinite growth in a finite world.
Yep.
But that's Chris.
Hey, any business model that lets rich kids drive around the country and become famous doing comedy is great.
Oh my
It's
God.
Great.
Yeah.
I
think that's why the comedy bubble is kind of collapsing, because a bunch of rich kids just went mask off, and everybody's like, "Hey." It's like hearing Trump talk about affordability and groceries. He said it like
it's a scam. Affordability is a scam.
It's like hearing a 3-year-old say appendix. He has no idea what he's talking about.
Don't Tell Erie, 12/19.
That's dope, dude. Are you going in and out?
Yeah, I'm not staying there. It's just an hour and a half away or something.
Yeah. I was going to say that hour and a half, right? Less than
the 20th, I'm in Akron.
Look at you hitting the road.
Headlining Buzzbin, some new venue down there that.
Who's running that?
Chris Clem.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shout out Chris Clem, the only person in this town smart enough to headline me on anything.
Nice.
I
don't know Chris, but he's always been nothing but nice to me.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, nothing but nice to me. Yeah,
And then we're both doing the roast of 2025 on 12/27 at Spotlight.
Every
but we'll have
little piece of shit thing that's happened in this year, we will be talking about.
Yeah, it's kind of it's set up like a traditional roast, but we'll talk about it. I might have you host, so you don't have to.
So I don't have to cry in the car because I can't take insults. I'm so.
Oh, you're gonna get roasted.
Oh, We'll work it out. The roasts are always fun here, honestly, and the people, everyone I've been involved with has been great, and it has helped me exercise a muscle that I need to exercise. Johnny,
it's a great joke writing exercise.
Yeah. Johnny ain't good with dribbling with his left, so it helps me.
Basic joke writing stuff, like you, yeah,
and being present in the moment, and knowing how to. I mean, it's weird to say, but knowing how to insult somebody, because you can be the too timid, and then you can go scorched earth, and then there's so much other stuff that
you can do silly roast,
or the absurdity is where the fun is.
Yeah. You can. They can be so silly. It doesn't have to be like shitty mean. It can just
Yeah.
But at any rate, those are the shows. That's this podcast for this week.
Check us out, America. We appreciate y'all watching too, and this is only going to grow. And
there's a handful of you out there. Comment, let us know you're watching and shit like that. If you make it this far, let us know.
Do you like when we go on the tangents? Do you want us to stick to the script? Let us know.
Yeah. Make sure you subscribe. It really does help. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna try to get more clips and stuff out, and
I'm gonna try to learn how to actually put it on my own YouTube channel. That's where I am, America. Guess what? I don't know what 6'7" means. I don't.
I have no idea what's going on.
I refuse to learn.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm at that age. That's how you know you're getting old. Is you refuse to learn certain trends because you know it's going to be.
Well, I think it's just young people making fun of us, like fun of how old people don't know what stuff is. It's really
cute.
It's really dumb. Yeah.
Nice. Well, good for him. I'm not even shitting on him for that. Good for him.
Mm-hmm.